how are you, Jolene Cicchese? I learned how to pronounce your last name from
Yes.
TLC Private Home Care.
Hi.
Appreciate you coming in today.
Oh, thanks for having me.
I appreciate you coming and investing onto Main Street in Buzzards Bay. Your office is almost directly across from the Chamber office.
Right, 25 Main Street.
25 Main Street. You've been in business since 2020.
We opened the doors March 1st and COVID hit March 15th.
I know, unbelievable.
Right, it was.
That must have been a tough thing. Explain that to me a little bit.
I used to work for the VNA of Cape Cod, and a lot of my patients needed care right away. So we ended up getting a lot of those patients, and we had a good spot on Main Street, and people found us, and we actually did okay.
That's
opening the
awesome.
doors. Yeah.
So explain about the history of your new business and how you came into it.
TLC Private Home Care does not stand for Tender Loving Care. It stands for the Linden Company. And I lost my son Lyndon in 2018, very tragically, a stupid accident, but he was a great kid. He was very kind, and this is the kind of kid that would, pick up somebody in the rain because they didn't want him to walk, or bring leftovers from the restaurant to the homeless. And he was a really good kid, so I wanted to honor him. And the only way I knew was through nursing, so I developed this company. And I had another nurse with me at the time. She's no longer with us in the company. It's really, it's taken off. It's been really
wonderful.
A wonderful experience, yeah.
That was nice to hear about your son and how you can develop something good out of it.
Yeah.
It's a different, easy for me to say, but that's a wonderful opportunity for.
I know. I think about him, and he's with us every day.
Oh, that's.
I have a nursing prayer. It's about this big, and it's on the wall.
Oh, that's nice.
I feel like every time we talk about him in the office, it gets a little moved.
Oh,
it's
very
really cute.
nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So you were in business for a couple of years. Explain a little bit about your business, how you are different from other agencies, and that it's private home care.
It's private home care, so it's private pay, and we do accept long-term care insurance, and we take care of that all in-house. So the client doesn't have to worry about getting reimbursed from the company. So TLC Private Home Care does personalized care. We do transportation for the elderly to doctor's appointments, anything that they could need.
Okay.
With the transportation, we do have a 4-hour minimum. We do meal prep, grocery shopping, errands. We, sometimes our senior just wants to go to lunch, and they don't have anybody to take them to lunch, and it can get so in-depth as 24-hour care where the patient can't be left alone, or and they don't want to leave their home. Before we can come into the home and take care of them. That's really what we specialize in. Right. Is 12 and 24-hour care, so we can make a difference. So I became a nurse in 2009, and I wanted something. My first degree was exercise physiology, and I wanted something to take me to the next level. So I became a nurse in 2009. And I love being a nurse. I've been in the community as a VNA nurse for probably for a good 5 to 7 years before I opened TLC Private Home Care. And it just seemed natural thing to do. I run the agency very by the book. Efficient. Well, I follow the rules, because it's my license on the line.
Yes.
So anybody that we hire in the field are all CNAs or HHAs, certified nursing assistants and home health aides, but they're all certified and vaccinated. And I really have a good core group of caregivers that I can rely on. Yeah, it's taken a lot of the burden off, when you have people in the field that you trust. So it's good. Yeah. Good.
So do you need other
caretakers? We're always
You're
hiring.
always looking?
Always looking to hire, yes. Only the good ones.
Yes.
No, but we have, myself and another nurse, we can help them. If they're new to a client, we give them a good verbal report, and if they need help in the home and they're not familiar with 1 or 2 things to do, we go out there. And we walk them around how to properly transfer someone, how to properly get someone in and out of the shower, how to get them in and out of bed, what's the best thing for people. We remove carpets from the floor, so
Oh,
they
yeah, I know.
because those are fall risks. Those will increase people's falls, and we don't want that. So we're trying to do be proactive instead of reactive, which most people in the community should be with their elderly parents, or
Right.
we take care of people post-surgically. We
Oh, that's another, I didn't realize
yeah,
that.
it's very short-lived, but if
Yeah,
someone
but-
can't, if they're having day surgery and they can't drive themselves home, we can pick them up at the facility, bring them home. We can pick up any medication that they need, and we can stay with them. Because if you're having anesthesia, you kind of need someone with you,
Absolutely.
just so you're not alone. Anything can happen.
It takes a while to get rid of that anesthesia.
It does, yeah. Even if it's cosmetic surgery or,
Yeah.
a knee or a hip, where it's day surgery. Sometimes people have dental work done and, they're coming out of, dental
Right.
surgery or,
Yes.
we'll do what's needed for anybody, and we can tailor make it to the person.
Wow, you
Yeah.
know what? I'm learning myself. And
Oh,
we know each
see?
other very well.
I know.
Because I should mention that you are on our board of directors and you're going to become the secretary
I am.
of the Cape Cod Canal Region Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
And so we're hopeful that you'll rise up and
Hopefully.
eventually to be chair of the Cape Cod Canal Region Chamber of Commerce. So we appreciate that very much.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So does it take a lot of training to train somebody to do this? Or
Well-
where do your employees come from? I would think
Well, I'm just going to mention Bristol Community College is running a free certified nursing assistant program through, I think it's Mass Hire.
Oh, through Mass Hire.
Right,
Very
so if
good.
anybody knows any person looking for a really good job right now, we need good caregivers in the homes. And facilities, nursing homes they're stretching it pretty far. They don't have enough help. Hospitals, the same thing. We need good caregivers.
Right.
And if anybody
right.
knows anybody,
Exactly. This is another opportunity
Right.
to let people know.
Yep.
It's so difficult because as a chamber, we do get calls all the time for help that people need.
Right.
And there's a shortage of help, and everybody needs help.
and we cover
All
vacations.
different kinds of businesses
Oh
need
yeah,
help.
yes, all different kinds. And
Yeah.
look at Lindsay's closing after.
Yes, I know it.
Right?
Yeah.
But we're always hiring, and we're always taking on new clients. If we have to, we will start a wait list, but pretty quickly from the wait list. So something we're doing new this past December and January is we're running this hospital to home program. So one of our nurses will go to the hospital or to the skilled rehab and meet with the social workers, the nurses, the physical therapists, occupational therapists. It makes for a better, smoother transition home.
Nice.
And then we can meet them again at the home to do a free assessment there as well.
Wow.
So
There's a lot to this.
There's a
Plus,
lot, yeah.
I would think too that you have to look at all sides of this, liability, insurance, all
Sure,
that stuff,
yeah.
which is, as a new business, it's tough to get into that.
it is, but the best thing that we can offer people is that we're insured and bonded.
Yes, of course.
Because, older people have beautiful things and they've worked their entire lives to have these things, so we want to protect that so no one will take
Great.
anything from them, or we have the insurance for that. So
Great.
and
So-
that's a big difference.
All right,
Yeah.
that's excellent, excellent. It all sounds good. So you're here for a couple of years, and then bang, you're going to expand to Howard.
I did expand to Howard. We
Okay.
opened Howard April 1st of 2022, and it's doing very well. It did
Oh, good.
outstanding over the summer.
What made you go to Howard? You must have
I feel-
investigated to see a need in that general area.
I did, and a lot of people come for vacations in the summer, and even in the winter, believe it or not. And they come for short periods of time, but they bring mom or dad, or and then there's a lot of people on the Cape that need help. Believe it or not.
I believe it, yeah.
And we're going to move up towards the Duxbury, Marshfield area as well. We're looking for space up that
Great,
way,
great.
so we can take on all of South Shore, and we have a footprint in the South Coast. So we're expanding.
That's just so awesome, because this is truly unique where, people know about private home care, but you really have to have a business that really knows what they're doing. You've got a great reputation,
Right.
you've got great employees, and it's different from a standpoint that it's so different than, it's not like you're visiting Nurses Association. Tell me a little bit about how that differs from that.
So VNA is someone who will come into the home as people get out of the hospital or a facility, and they will provide nursing and physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech. They have social workers, but they only come for half, 3/4 of an hour, and physical therapists stay a lot longer.
Yes.
But we will go and we will learn the wound care from the nurses, and we can take it over for our clients.
Okay.
Every client that we bring on board has a nursing component to it. It's like getting your own personal nurse because we watch our patients very closely. But we are in there for a length of time, a block of time, where VNA comes in, they do their job. Whether it be physical therapy, taking them for walks, teaching them the exercises.
Check their blood pressure and all the natural
But
things.
our staff can implement the exercises that the physical therapists and occupational therapists are asking us to do. So they will work with the patient when they're not there. So
that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. There's
There
a
is a
lot
lot
to
to
it,
it.
and the fact that you're expanding out. It is a risk to go into business, and I always appreciate people who go into a business and make that investment, and we appreciate you coming to Buzzards Bay.
Yeah, thank you.
No, we really do, because Bourne's a great place to live, and
It
that's where I
is.
live.
Yeah.
But it's a wonderful
it's
business
a great
that you're
community.
having there.
It's a really nice community.
Yeah, thanks,
So-
thanks. I appreciate that.
I love
So,
my location.
Yeah.
I think Main Street is up and
Yeah, it's coming
happening.
up. Yeah, we've had our challenges.
Yeah.
It was before COVID, and some businesses moved in right before COVID, so we had some issues with that. So they moved out, and some more moving in now.
Right.
But I think COVID is not quite over yet.
It's not, but thank goodness that people are not dying at the fast rate that they were at the
Thank God for
beginning.
vaccines. That's
Absolutely.
my biased opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree, definitely. But yeah, I love what I do, and I think it shows in our business. And I have a great director of operations that she,
Oh, wonderful.
yes, luckily I have her. She's wonderful.
Does she do Buzzards Bay, Howard, and
She manages everybody.
okay, good.
Everyone except for me.
Okay, right, because you're the boss.
But actually, she manages me too.
Oh.
But that's okay. Susan's wonderful. I have a great marketing team. I
Oh,
have
good.
Christina, who is going to become an ambassador.
Oh, right, she's an
Cape Cod
ambassador.
Canal.
I should mention that, the Cape Cod Canal Region Chamber has several ambassadors that promote the chamber and let new businesses know about our resources and who we are and what we do. Because a lot of people still don't know. I mean, we're located in the railroad station building right there.
Yep.
Beautiful location right by the railroad bridge and the canal.
Right.
But people like you, they don't know who we are and what we do. So we're constantly educating
Right.
people in terms of
And I tell,
who we are.
if I walk into a new business, I always
You
ask,
do.
you should belong to the chamber.
I know
It's
it.
very important.
Yes, and you have mentioned that to new businesses coming in
Right.
on Main Street and other businesses, so we appreciate that because you understand the model that we work under. And
Right.
basically,
all
in terms of
chambers.
what chambers do,
Yeah.
is that we hold the hand of businesses. We
Right.
want to be able to help them with financing and marketing and anything that
Growth.
we can do. And we're not just a marketing agency. We really work to see what kind of grants are out there for small
Right.
businesses. And we do economic development. We're working on the replacement of the bridges, which is another whole issue we won't get into.
Right.
But those are the kind of issues that we need to look at from a global standpoint. And then locally, we have about 550 business members who are
That's
members of the chamber. We cover Bourne, Sandwich, and Wareham. And you cover, in terms
We
of
cover
your location, you cover
all of that,
anywhere.
yes.
So if somebody is from another town outside of Howard,
Right.
Buzzards Bay, and
Oh,
now
absolutely.
Duxbury,
We
you
cover all of the Cape. We cover
That's great.
Hingham, Marshfield, Duxbury, Kingston, Plymouth,
Oh,
Middleborough,
wow. Yeah, that's a
Bourne,
lot.
Wareham, Fairhaven, Mattapoisett, Marion.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many employees do you have?
51.
Wow.
51 or 52.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That is so
It is,
awesome.
and we're always hiring. Can't grow unless you have really good caregivers out in the field.
I know
you know,
it. I know it.
It's hard. I want to keep our reputation high.
Yes.
So I don't
Yes.
want to, you know, hurt our name, especially
Right.
since it stands for Linden.
Oh,
So-
that's such a wonderful story.
And he's
that you
on
did
all of our
this.
brochures.
Oh, that's
all
so
of
nice.
all our paperwork, right? His picture, yeah. He's always with us. So.
Yeah, that's great. That's
Yeah.
great. Well, I appreciate you coming in here
Thanks
to
for
talk
having
about
me.
this. This is another way we can promote and find out what you
It
do
is
and how
another
you
way,
do it. And
and-
I'm learning, and I know you pretty well, and I'm
Right.
learning myself how much is involved with private home care.
Right.
It is a great opportunity to meet wonderful people and help
is,
them
yep.
and improve the quality of life of people.
Even people who have nursing questions, I welcome them to
Oh.
call. I will help troubleshoot whatever I need to troubleshoot, especially if you're in my community. Of course I'm going to help you.
Right.
So we do that. We get a couple of calls for medications. People want to know what they're taking. They don't know what they're taking. And we can send a
Oh,
nurse
gee.
out and we
Yeah.
can go over all their medications. We can pre-fill their medications for them.
Really? Okay.
We have a diabetic management program where we can go to
Oh.
people's homes, nurses, or assisted livings, and we can
Mm-hmm.
give them their insulin. We do wound care. We do everything.
Okay, so for example, a Keystone in Buzzards Bay, is that something that you help
We
out
have
with?
sent in caregivers with them.
Okay.
And we have done nursing in there as well. We've had some diabetics who need insulin
Mm-hmm.
daily, and we took that on as well.
Oh, wow, that's
but we,
good.
yep,
That's
so we do
good.
that anywhere, Mashpee, Plymouth, wherever they
Yeah.
have really beautiful community of assisted living.
Yeah,
we can-
there's a lot of very wonderful assisted
and
living
there's a
facility.
huge need. You know, a lot of these assisted livings have memory care.
Yes,
which
they
is,
do. Yes, it's tough.
It is
but at
tough.
least we have that facility.
Right.
You know, right here in Buzzards Bay.
Right.
Again, it's Keystone Place
And it's
at
beautiful.
Buzzards Bay.
It's
yeah.
it's well run and it's beautiful. So.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep, good
That's
food.
great. They have great food.
They do.
Assisted living facilities have wonderful foods. They got
Yes.
wonderful chefs.
Yeah, yeah.
The reason we know that is that they work with the community, so we have
Right.
meetings over there, and we work with them to help promote what they do.
Yeah.
So we're always involved with them as
That's
well.
good.
So appreciate it. So well, thanks for educating us about who
I hope
you are
to
and what you
educate.
do.
I hope to educate ongoing, talking
Yes.
about different disease processes
Mm-hmm.
and how I can help educate the community.
Wonderful. Well, thanks so much. I appreciate
Thank
you
you.
coming in. It's Marie and Jolene from the Cape Cod Canal Region Chamber of Commerce. We appreciate you listening to us today, and everybody have a good day.
And remind yourself, it's best to have TLC Private Home Care.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.